Everybody on Facebook. Hey there. Oh, we're live. Hello, everybody. You are listening to the Northport Area Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight Show on WKDW 97.5 FM Real Community Radio. And I am Bill Gunnan. I'm the Executive Director of the Northport Area Chamber of Commerce. And not only are we doing this show on the radio, but we are now also doing it live on Facebook. So, hello, everybody on Facebook here in the Chamber. What we do in this show every week is we like to showcase one of our businesses, organizations that's a member of the Chamber that provides great products or services to our community. Now, the summertime is a little different. I do a program called the Summer Billboard Campaign where I spotlight a different business every day, and I wear their shirts to promote them, and we do a whole bunch of things to get them promotion. So those who are on the days that I tape this radio show get an extra plus. They get to be the person we're going to interview and talk to you about their organization or business. And we have a great one today, people. We have a great one. I am pleased to be promoting today on my Summer Billboard Campaign, Homestead Senior Care. You know, when we do these shows, it always amazes me the type of members we have in our chamber and what they provide to our community. It's just all aspects, and you're sitting there, wow, we really got some great people in our community, great businesses, great organizations. And this was I was talking to Victor. We have Mr. Victor here from Homestead Senior Care. Say hi to everybody, Victor.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
So I had a meeting yesterday with Senator Joe Gruters and Representative Verb Buchanan, and one of the topics was about how they were pushing a bill up in Tallahassee to help fund and support more home care for seniors. Because I hate to say it, me personally, Corvorking me before I go into, and they're great programs, great homes, nursing facilities, retirement community. That's fantastic. They provide a great service. I can't do it. It's not, and it's known fact that if a person can stay home longer, or home during their illness or whatever, they're going to live longer because it's more familiar surroundings. And Homestead Senior Care does that. You provide a service that allows somebody to stay home. But I'm going to let you tell more about it because I don't know all of it. But it's just amazing how that was a topic with the senator and representative. And here we are the next day. We're talking about it with you.
Right.
And let's tell everybody about Homestead Senior Care and what you guys do.
So Homestead Senior Care is a non-medical home health agency. What we do...
Which means what? I thought I was one more, and I was going to jump in a lot. What does that mean by non-medical?
So non-medical meaning in a traditional medical home health, they would go in and they do wound care and they do physical therapy and occupational therapy and things like that. However, they're not going to make you a sandwich. They're not going to help keep the house nice and tidy. They're not going to do your laundry. That's where we step in. So we are able to work side by side with those agencies to do things for our clients. So we could do anything from taking them to doctor's appointments.
Oh, you do that also?
Yes.
Wow.
Taking them doctor's appointments, doing some errands. Senior isolation is starting to become a major...
You mean like widow people?
Yeah, that, and, you know, we have a lot of snowbirds in the area.
Right.
So when they come down, maybe the residents that are here have time where they're able to socialize, you know, with their peers.
Right.
However, when those people leave, they're here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it can lead to depression. It could lead to a whole lot of other things. So now what we're doing is we're starting to identify that senior isolation as far as socialization goes. And our caregivers actually do things. You know, they may take them to the jetties to go fishing. We have an amazing product called the GrandPad, which is a digital device. It's kind of like an iPad,
right,
but it's very secure, so no one's going to hack into it. The families are able to communicate with their loved ones from another state.
Right.
They can either do it by voice, video. There's
Nice.
games, music on there, everything. So we're
Nice.
finding that to be a great tool for our clientele.
Is it like a mobile tablet or something? Or what?
It looks just like an iPad.
Wow.
However, the icons on them are a lot bigger, and it's a lot easier for our clients to actually take hold of it and take charge of it.
Right.
Our caregivers are trained on how to engage our clients with the GrandPad, but the ultimate goal for us is to get the client, you know, when we're not there, to
Right.
pick up the GrandPad and, you know, kind of keep their mind sharp. You know, there's so many things on there that they can do.
Well, one of the things I'm gonna come back and talk about the families that either they're together or by, like I said, by themselves, but they do have the family support. But everybody knows I'm on the board of the United Way of South Sarasota County, and one of the agencies we fund is Northport Meals on Wheels, and we always I get to be around them a lot. And this is where you guys are important. I can't tell how many times I've learned from these drivers who volunteer to go deliver meals to people, and maybe not be every day, like every 3 or 4 days. And they'll get there, and somebody in their home by themselves may be on the floor for 3 or 4 days.
Right.
You think, you always hear, abandoned kid, abandoned child. Well, there's abandoned senior people
Definitely.
that have no support mechanism at all, no family, nothing. And you guys are important because besides depression, if somebody falls, gets hurt, or whatever, and nobody's there to know this, wow, can you imagine if you're the person laying there or having an illness or having something going on without support? So I'm sure you guys are lifesavers.
Unfortunately, we do run into those problems. We're kind of called at the last minute once something like that happens. We've had clients that started service because a loved one has come and found them laying on the floor, and they may have a life alert. They didn't have it on that at that time.
Right.
So they could be sitting there for days, hours. There's no telling. So once we get in there and we're helping these clients, our main objective is to keep them safe.
Wow.
We definitely want to keep them safe. So before we do anything, we go out and we do a home safety inspection, and we check everything from throw rugs to appliances in the kitchen to grab bars in the bathroom to help them, maneuver
Right.
safely. Outside of that, they're keeping them at home. So
Right.
we don't want to, if they deserve or if they need to go into a facility,
Right.
or go into an assisted living.
You might
or something
recommend
like
that, wouldn't you? If
We
you saw something
definitely
that
would
really-
recommend them. Yes.
What kind of things? Give me an example. What kind of things would you see that you would say, you know what, we're trying our best to keep you here, but you know what, it's to a point for your own health, you need to go to a facility. What would you say?
Well, I mean, we would have a client. For example, if we had a client that was requiring 24-hour care.
Right.
However, their financial means says that they are unable to pay for 24 hours of care for us
Okay.
to be in the home. We try our best to work with every budget and to make accommodations. However, if it gets to a point where the senior can be a danger to themselves
Right.
if they're left home, they may have Alzheimer's or something. They may start cooking and forget and walk away.
Right.
That's a major hazard. So something like that, we definitely would work with a couple of the assisted living facilities that we are close to
Okay.
to make those recommendations to the family.
Does that other hand watch the other hand? Could it be vice versa? If somebody's ready to come out of assisted living, they got all the treatments they need, they're ready to go back home. Have you had those facilities recommend you
Yes,
to
we
go
have.
into there?
We not only have facilities that recommend us to come in once the client decides they want to go home, we also are able to go into facilities to give that one-on-one special care to a high-need senior, someone who's maybe ringing the nurse's station every
Right.
5 minutes. A lot of the facilities have 3 or 4 people working with about 20 people. We're
Right.
able to go in and give them that one-on-one dedicated service to make sure that they're getting everything that they need.
So the bottom line is, we said a lot about seniors and stuff, but you got people who become permanently disabled, could be young, injury that they need to recuperate, they can't move around and stuff. Obviously, you're there for that. You are coming in, and let's say it's temporary. I mean, perfect example, my son fell at work, hurt his ankle. I mean, he's on 2 years now disability, but if he was on his own, you would be a source for him. If he can't get up and move around and do the stuff that he needs to do to take care of the place he's living, you can come in on a temporary basis as well, wouldn't you?
Yes, we definitely, although we are home instead senior care, and we do take pride in the care that we provide to seniors, there are also other ailments that would require our services.
Right, okay.
You may have someone who's in a wheelchair, the quadriplegic or something.
Right.
And they're not able to get around, or they may have physical therapy and they have at-home exercises that they have to do to get their muscle strength back.
Right, exactly.
Things like that. We can go in and we can help that person to help rehabilitate them. My whole thing is, if I can work myself off of a case, then I
Right.
know that we did the best job.
Exactly
ever.
right. Exactly
Yes.
right. Now, when I was talking to Senator Gooders yesterday and Representative Buchanan, I think one of the things when they were talking about getting Governor DeSantis to support and to get a bill to help people stay home more was to also force insurance to fund some of this stuff so that people can stay at home. Does Homestead Senior Care, do you guys take insurance?
We don't take traditional
Is
medical
that something
insurance.
do you recognize that's a problem that's not available out there for a lot of people that have insurance? Is that a need that you see that? Wow.
I believe there is a need for that. However, there are some agencies that will accept Medicaid and Medicare
Okay.
for their clients. The only problem with that is that most of those agencies, when they're dealing with the state, they're going to go through independent contractors.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So with us, all of our caregivers are employees of ours, so they are
Right.
all licensed, bonded, insured. We do a level 1 and level 2 background check. We do random drug tests throughout their employment, and we continuously educate them throughout their employment with us, so that if there's something new that comes around regarding Alzheimer's,
Right.
or something with dementia or something that's medical studies that come out.
Sure.
We're going to bring in our caregivers and we're going to teach them because we want them to have the best tools possible to do the job.
Well,
that they're
you get somebody who's home by himself,
Mm-hmm.
having that stability of not only the same person,
Mm-hmm.
but the same company.
Mm-hmm.
They feel comfortable with the company, but then if you get something different each time, and my mom, God bless her, when she went through dementia and then Alzheimer's, that's tough because when you get that, everybody seems like a stranger to you.
Right.
And it takes that frequency for even those time to be able to recognize that person or something. So as much as you can make somebody's life stable and feel more comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
the better it is for them. So, and I'm sure there's a lot of stability within Homestead. I've heard it. Everybody knows what Homestead is. Let's give an idea of your territory. What area do you cover?
So we cover everything from south of Clark. So we are
Okay.
everything from south of Clark Road down to the Port Charlotte borderline.
Okay.
That's just my office in particular. That's our territory.
Yeah, I was saying it's bigger than that Homestead, isn't it? Yeah.
Homestead is actually nationwide. It's international. There's 1,200 offices
Wow.
around the world.
Wow.
But all offices follow the same philosophy. So the
Sure.
same treatment you're going to get from our office, you're going to get from the Bidwells in Port Charlotte. You're going to get from the Hoops that own the Sarasota office. It's never someone could call our office and they're out of our territory and we're going to say, oh, sorry, you called the wrong office. We're going to handle them just like they are one of our
Right.
clients, and we're going to get the information to the appropriate office.
Now, for people who are listening to this on the radio and people watching now on Facebook, they're like, okay, all of a sudden you caught their attention. You may have said this already, but I want to highlight it again. Can you give an idea of what a typical client is for you?
Typical client is so I would say our average age client is about between 70 and 80 years old.
We'll make it there.
We have clients, we have couples. We also have, clients that live by themselves. We have clients that live with their families. A lot of the times, families don't understand, although they want to, and especially with this new sandwich generation is what we're finding. That's the generation.
What's that supposed to mean?
So the sandwich generation is the...
That's something new. I haven't heard that one. You guys.
This is a new thing that's being discovered.
Right.
So you have, let's say you have a mother, okay? The mother takes care of her mother.
Okay, yeah.
She also has to take care of her own family, and she's got a teenage child that she's trying to raise. So a lot of the times we find a lot of stress in that situation once we're called in, and we're able to help alleviate some of that stress by giving them the peace of mind, knowing that we're coming in, we're going to take great care of your loved one. They're going to actually become very close to us because that's just something that naturally happens with our caregivers. And we also provide respite. So, you have to take care of yourself.
You just stole it out of my mouth, doggone you, because I was going to say, when you're talking this, it sounds like, because I can say this because I am a father of a special needs child, now as an adult, but what you're saying sounds a lot like, and people, I hate to say this, but this is a large population now, people dealing with special needs in their family. It sounds like respite.
Mm-hmm.
And because, it's hard. It can, and like you said, if you got somebody who's taking care of the mother, taking care of the kids, it can be overwhelming.
Very overwhelming.
And you just need that little break. And for you to come in and take that off their shoulder for a little while, that's fantastic. You're just providing stress relief for somebody for a time.
And we understand, it's a hard situation. It's a hard decision to make, to have a stranger come into your house and trust your loved one with that stranger.
How do you make them feel comfortable? What do you do to make somebody say, yes, I want you? How do you market yourself? How do you go to somebody this is our service stuff, to get them to say, yes, I need you. What kind of techniques do you guys use?
So when we go to meet with the family, we're answering every question they have.
All right.
Okay. If we are their first choice and their only choice, we're answering every question that they have.
Okay.
Which we find a lot of is people that are going company to company to find out what is the best fit. If we find out, that is the situation, we're going to give the family the resources they need. So
Okay.
if they're searching for another company, then we're going to tell them, okay, well, these are the questions that are very important when you're searching for a home health agency.
Right.
You want to make sure that they're not independent contractors and they're actually employees, that they cover shifts, because a lot of times with a lot of companies, if no one's there to cover the shift, say the caregiver's sick or has car problems,
Right.
well, then that elderly person goes without service. That does not happen with Home Instead.
That's what I was going to say. Now,
Does not happen.
Do you provide 24-hour service?
We do provide 24-hour service.
Obviously not the same person, but my
No.
goodness gracious.
We normally put a team on a 24-hour case, and we very strongly we advocate for continuity of care.
Right.
So we want to make sure that if there's a team, like a 24/7 client will probably have a team of maybe 4 or 5 caregivers, because
Right.
we don't want to burn our caregivers out.
No.
However, we want everybody on that team to know the specifics of that case. We
Right.
want everybody on that team to know to report any changes or anything, and we want the family to see you're getting the same people that are coming in. So, a 24-hour period, you're going to see these same people. That's going to help us build a rapport with the
Right.
elderly client, and it's also going to help us build a rapport with the family. So
Exactly.
they know that, okay, well, I can leave and I can go grocery shopping, or I can go take a weekend to go see my grandchild, because I know that my loved one is in the best hands
Sure.
when I leave the house.
When somebody's looking and talking to you about possibly hiring you on, I would imagine you probably have some testimonials you provide to them. Do you provide references?
We could provide references. We have our YouTube channel where we actually have production videos from our clients,
Nice.
the testimonials, and we have production from our caregivers. So people are actually they can actually see our caregivers and
Nice.
learn why they love working for us. Not only that, but if they were to go into Google and search for Home Instead Venice, you'll see that we have extremely high comments and
Nice. Okay.
feedback. So
We had talked about at the beginning of the show about you're an alternative from an assisted living facility. I'm sure as you and your company in business, I bet you got some stats and stuff that can say here are differences between staying at home and going to an assisted living facility for yourself. Can you share some of those? Like, you might extend your life so much longer, or is there anything that you know of stat-wise by comparing here, if you stay at home or go to assisted living, here's the difference. Here's why it's better to go with us. Do you have anything like that?
From what we have gathered, the senior population seems to thrive more, and they seem to live longer when they're at home because they're in a familiar environment.
Okay.
They have all of their things. They're not confined to a room or a bed. They're able to get around. They get to keep their dignity. We don't want to come in and be a babysitter. We don't want to be a hall monitor. We want to empower our clients to be able to be independent. We understand that they've lived their lives. They've worked hard. They want to keep their independence. We don't want to take that away from them. We want to empower them to keep their independence. So on the ALF side, assisted living facility, where we see that people that stay home are living longer, and then also on before it even gets to that point, we have these affordable care organizations. A lot of the physicians groups have where we're able to keep their return rate for hospitalization down. If someone,
nice.
Yeah, if someone has
insurance loads you on that one.
Right, so we're keeping that statistic down for them.
All right.
And there are studies that show that Home Instead coming in and helping a hospital, we're able to keep their return rate
right. Very good.
Very low, extremely low.
Man, yeah, that needs to get out. That needs to get out a lot because that's important. Now, you say you provide transportation if they need it and stuff. I'm wondering, do you guys ever do where you get different clients together? Do you do like a party that you have?
So-
do you ever do that kind of stuff?
The owner of our office, Mike
Right.
Levine, is extremely big on community.
We're Mike Levine.
Yes.
God, I know that name.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. I know him. I just got to figure out how.
He's an amazing man.
I know.
Amazing man.
Done it? Okay, sorry.
So he does things. He encourages us to do things. Show your heart. Show
Okay.
these people that you love them. Show them that you care. Show them that we are just as much there for them, as they are for us. So we'll do things like open house, and we'll have an open house at the office where we'll provide lunch. We invite our caregivers to come in. We tell them, bring your clients with you.
Nice.
The
Okay.
clients get
so
together.
they get to see other.
Yes,
That's nice.
And our caregivers get to see each other because they're
yeah.
always out and about, you
Sure.
know. So we try to bring everybody together, one big family, have a great time, have some food, share some laughs, share some stories. It's just our way of saying thank you.
And I want when we do a show, you always want things to be positive. But I do need to bring this up because I'm sure there are some people who might say, "Wow, I need their service." I'm sure you're state mandated. Have you ever come across somebody being abused and had to report it?
If we do come across something that looks like abuse, we are
By state mandated, you probably
we
have
have
to, do
to
that.
report it.
And I say that because maybe let's say if you're a family member and you're out away from your home, you're out of state, and you may have some concern about it and you're worried about it. That also can be peace of mind because if you have a think that maybe something's going on, but yet you're out of town state and you can't take care of it and do anything about it, if they know they have you, your
yes.
state mandate. So if they come across and see something, they're going to take care of
Our caregivers are like hawks. They when they get in with those clients,
Yep.
they are very much fiduciary to that client. So anything from senior exploitation to someone calling and trying
Excellent.
to get
Very
money,
good. Yes. Very
a
good. Very
neighbor
good.
trying
Good one.
to get them to pay for these services that they don't need. Our
Yep.
caregivers are there. They're going to report that to us. We're going to report that to the family as soon as possible.
I didn't think of that. I just heard something about on a Walmart, a Publix person. The lady was going to do a money transfer because she got something saying her son was in jail, and the customer, the person in Publix working there, said, I think this is a scam. They checked into it, and it was. So, and there was a senior who was getting ready to get money.
Yeah,
so
it happens
that,
so
guys,
much.
and I don't know why, but
It happens so much.
Every day they get on trying
Yeah.
to do that. So, kudos for you on that. I mean, people, this could be an hour show because the senior population is so fragile when they get to that point.
They are.
And they need our care. And before we go, how can people get hold of you? Get hold of Homestead Senior Care? What way can they get hold of you?
Okay, so we are Home Instead. We are the Venice office. Our phone number is 941-375-8400. And our website is homeinstead.com/729, and that will bring you directly to our local website.
You have a physical location?
Yes, we
Where's
are
that
in
at?
Venice. We are in Venice off of Jacaranda.
Jacaranda.
Uh-huh. And we're mobile. Everybody in our office is mobile. So we have some office staff that lives in Northport.
Okay.
We have people that live in Sarasota. Someone in our office is available 24 hours a day. No matter what time you call, you're getting someone from our office, not an answering service.
Give that phone number again, just in case.
Sure. 941-375-8400.
Can you give an idea of the percentage of your clientele that you can say that is in Northport?
In
Just a rough guess.
In Northport, Northport is a hotbed for our clients.
Because we are the Northport Area Chamber of Commerce, so we serve all our surrounding communities. But a lot of people listen to the show are Northport bound. So I want them. The reason I ask that is, if your large portion of it is that, then it must be a great service. If
Yes.
you use that much here in Northport.
So we partner with the Gulf Coast Jewish
Okay.
Foundation, and we help out seniors that live in this area that were Holocaust survivors.
I bet you work with the senior center too a lot.
We work with the Senior Friendship Center.
Very good.
We partner with a lot of places that are going to be beneficial to our clients.
Nice. Now, if you didn't catch that information, that's one of the plus, and we do thank you again not only for providing the service and product,
Thank you.
right, but also being a member of our chamber, and we have all their information. That's why business and organizations join us, because we're that mechanism for getting information out to the public, and also vice versa, public gaining that information. So it's on our website, it's on our Facebook. You can call us, we can get you information. Home Instead Senior Care is a great business, providing a need in our community so much. People, I'm running out of time, doggone it. We're a young community, but still a large population that the seniors need this program and service. And we just really want to thank you because what makes Northport so great is people and organizations like you that
Thank
provide
you.
a great product and service to us. So we want to thank you for being a member of the Chamber. We want to thank you for being part of Northport. And thank you for doing such a great service to our seniors.
Thank you.
Victor, thank you. Have a great day. And people, you've been listening to the Northport Area Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight Show on WKDW